The Rangers get the 1984-85 league season underway in glorious conditions, both underfoot and overhead. McCoy's playing it wide. Here's Cooper. Back it goes to Fraser, and a great opportunity for the situation. Fraser shot, and Money got the vital touch.
Swings it with the outside of the foot. Seeing more of Rangers now. Cooper, there's Ferguson, and it's brilliantly saved by Bonner. Again trying to find McClellan. Now the break by Celtic. That's McLeod brilliantly. It's 2 against 1. Rangers have been ripped open. McLeod brilliantly tackled by Patterson. That was
welcome to Sports Scene. You can probably hear the background, the chanting of the Rangers supporters, because at Pittodrie this afternoon for the Aberdeen game we have a capacity crowd, and indeed there are hundreds of Rangers supporters locked out just before kickoff. We won't.
And Willie Miller getting the touch. Ferguson's there. Now Cooper. And that's a header down, and McCoist made light of that. McLeish running in the air. McDougall with a chance. Great chance for McDougall. And he's just found. Cooper might get this for the second time, and he does. McCoist, and again he puts it straight to the goal.
Rangers manager Jock Wallace hits out at the hooligans following last night's riot in Dublin. Workers at the Rechem plant in Bonnybridge who are facing a match between Bohemians and Rangers. Only one of them was a Scot. Today, Rangers manager Jock Wallace deplored the fighting and said his team would rather play in Albania if it meant that the hooligans couldn't attend. Last night's scenes were described by Bohemians as the worst they'd ever experienced. Dozens of policemen and fans were injured as riots flared at the ground and continued in the city throughout the evening. David Scott was in Dublin.
Over 3,000 Rangers supporters, many of them from Northern Ireland, were inside the ground for the UEFA Cup tie. But there was an early hint of trouble before the teams appeared. Some of the crowd climbed onto the 30-foot-high fence behind the Rangers' goal. And, aware of his club's previous record of crowd trouble, Rangers manager Jock Wallace strode purposefully across the field.
Hey! Get in! Hey! Come off the fence! Hey! 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 Come on, get in!
After persuading them to come down, he indulged in a bit of public relations, hoping to calm things down. And to a certain extent, he succeeded. When play did get underway, Rangers quickly scored a goal, and at half-time, the score was 2 each. It was during the interval that one of the Catholic supporters of Bohemians clambered over the fence and ran towards the Protestant Rangers support. He was quickly led away, but when a Rangers fan ran the full length of the pitch, trouble started. It was this incident that led seconds later to real trouble on the Rangers terracing. 2 policemen who'd been standing at the high fencing to prevent fans climbing up again were surrounded. They were knocked to the ground, and one was attacked by a howling, kicking mob. Officers on the opposite side of the fence were unable to get to his assistance, and it was some minutes before he was eventually rescued. The police then moved quickly from the terracing in what they later described as a tactical retreat. As riot gear was issued to the police, stones, wooden stakes and coins were thrown. And it wasn't only the police who were the victims. Having regrouped outside the ground and armed with shields and protective helmets, the police tried to storm the terracing through an entry tunnel. But more missiles flung by many of the crowd forced them to make 3 more tactical withdrawals.
I don't think they deserve it solely. I mean, they were Irish, they were lads in the... I don't know if they came from Ireland, but the other end of the park was Bohemian supporters, and they were just as badly behaved as the Rangers fans at the bottom end of the park. I don't care where Rangers fans come from. I just want to say, behave yourself when you come and see us. That's the story I'm putting out to them. We have worked hard here to get a team going, and it's starting to go. The gates are up from the last season. The father and boy gate were trying to work hard at getting youngsters through the gate. I don't want them to stay. I don't want this to be an adverse publicity. We were annoyed with our behaviour of our fans. Never mind the provocation from anybody. We just were annoyed about that. I see they're supposed to be seeding off games for crowd behaviour. If that comes into vogue in UEFA, then I will support that. I would rather go to Albania and all it entails, the cost of the way to Iceland, and have crowd misbehaving.
It's already been suggested that if Rangers signed Catholic players, for example, these sort of things wouldn't happen. Is that a view that you share?
I've said, and I've gone down record saying, if I seen a player who was an RC, Roman Catholic, who wanted to play for us and was good enough to play for us, I would sign him. It would, whether there were 10 here, it still wouldn't change it. Rangers are Rangers and Celtic are Celtic, and that's it. I don't think anything's going to change that, no matter what.
Now, after last night, are you concerned at all for the return leg here at Ibrox?
Only concerned in a plain sense. We've got to beat them to very well if we have to stay in the UEFA Cup. I don't think there'll be any crowd scenes at all. I'm sure the Rangers fans won't let me down this time. And if you just can't misbehave, if you can't behave yourself, then stay away from the game.
The club have dropped John McClellan from the team to play at Ibrox tomorrow against Morton. Manager Jock Wallace said today that he believes the player is not displaying the passion required either on the park or at training, and that this is affecting other players. The time has come, Mr Wallace added, for McClellan to prove himself or move. The Rangers boss also announced that Craig Patterson is to be the new captain.
And get their first goal, and a good one too. Ali McCoy's clear, and a fine piece of finishing from him. But Ferguson, the former Dundee man, scored a goal quite out of character with the Rangers' performance. A fine effort, that one. And I thought it deflated Meadowbank, who were also getting a bit tired and a bit ragged as well. Duncan clears off the line here, but the danger isn't over yet. And when the Northern Ireland international McClellan crosses it, McCoist gets highest for his second, and number 3 to Rangers. And when things go against you, you get no luck as well. From this free kick, Cooper, with a little touch to the acting skipper Fraser, all sorts of deflections, 4-0 the final score. But still plenty of smiles and a steamy...
Cooper's corner kick. Head flick on, and Ferguson couldn't get on the end of it. There's Patterson. He's made it. Midway through the second half.
Has got a bad ball, it's there. Ian Redford. A minute and a half to go. That must be brilliantly saved. There it is. Ferguson, 2-0.
There, by the way, is a little contingent of, I would say, about 1,500 Rangers supporters who've been in the ground for the past 2 hours, and as you'll probably realise, they have not left their songs behind them in Glasgow. You may have also got a little glimpse of the way the Italians will deal with any trouble. I think these are the stormtroopers in there, so they'd better be on their best behaviour. That goal scored by Sabato in the 18th. Rummenigge. Stunning John McClellan, attacking him, shoving it way out there to Altobelli, and there's a goal. That's the first one, scored by Sabato, 1-0. Altobelli goes wide. Redford with him, and easily taken on. There's a great chance, there's the goal. Ozio has done it. The substitute, 2-0. 22 minutes gone. McCoy tries to get on there. Redford with the shot to the bar. Here's McCoy for the chance. Oh dear, oh dear. He was onside, and what an effort. Altobelli again. Riding forward. He does get the cross, and this is still it, yes. Rangers digging in there. Oh, that's a brilliant goal. Rummenigge. No, he's offside.
Russell. Here's Fraser. Redford far too hastily. Russell to Fraser. Dawson to Cooper. Controlled it very well. Here's Redford. Ferguson scores! 1-0 for Rangers.
time, and to the delight of that huge throng of Rangers supporters, the Glasgow team goes into the lead with Ferguson scoring the kind of...
He did extremely well on that job.
Well now, Craig Patterson, the Rangers captain, adorned with a supporter's scarf, and Mrs. David Letton, the wife of the president of the league, presents a cup. And John Mackenzie of the sponsor Skoll, the Skoll Cup, and up they go. The first trophy of the season on display at Hampden Park. Peter McCloy, 38 years of age. Cammy Fraser getting his first success in Scottish football. Dawson followed by Ian Redford, then Bobby Russell, and the Irishman John McClellan, who I'm rather disappointed to say ignored the cup. Now that seems to me a quite unwarranted gesture.
I think that tells you something, actually.
And there in the rain, the Rangers support. Craig Patterson.
I think I just set a new record as the Rangers captain that's taken a trophy the soonest after becoming captain.
Well, it's a big day for me, Dougie. You know, I've been very nervous all week being so close to just being made captain. And the Bears want trophies, and the Bears...
To make way for the return of the prodigal. But can Wallace lead Rangers to another treble this season? I asked him that during Wednesday's friendly.
Yes, without any shadow of a doubt. We're 3 points off the championship, and we've missed so many easy chances at goals. It's not true.
I like the way you shilly-shally your implies.
No, I don't shilly-shally. I believe you can do the treble. I sincerely believe that. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for Aberdeen's, Dundee United, Celtic, St Mirren's, everybody. But once these boys start playing how I believe they can play, then we're going to produce goals and good football.
Do you believe, in all honesty, you can pull back a team of the calibre of Inter Milan with players like Rummenigge, Altobelli, Brady, giving them 3 goals of a start?
We'll be here next Wednesday, and it'll be place to be jam-packed, and we'll have a go for 4 goals, because there's nothing else. No use having to go for 3, is it? We've got to get 4.
Now, you've been a Rangers supporter since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Can you remember your first sort of hero, the man you worshipped?
You can look at the game, but I can't look at the game, eh? Another sadness.
Who was your first idol?
Wally Waddle.
Why?
Just because he was a legend in them days. He was a legend now, but he was a playing legend, and we just how guys like to be your idol. He was my idol. Him and Sammy Cox.
What did you admire about Waddle?
His pace and his strength and his running. Could get the ball on the ball of Thornton's head.
Per la formazione scozzese, osserviamo il cronometro, siamo al 5° minuto nel corso del primo tempo. Qui a Glasgow la situazione di parità 0-0. Per curiosità vi vorrei dire possibilità di andare al tiro, una parata bellissima e poi la palla termina in rete. Ha segnato Fraser sul rinvio dopo che c'era stato il tiraccio. Zenga si era buttato come un fulmine, le palla però non avanzano le punte. Ecco che viene servito adesso Altobelli, c'è soltanto Rummenigge in mezzo a 6 avversari. Possibilità per il pareggio e gol! Ha segnato Altobelli, il pubblico rimane fermo. Mitchell, si libera Mitchell di sabato che ci pare in leggero ritardo. C'è libero e può ricevere ancora Fraser che è l'autore del gol, il pallone buttato al centro, non bisogna perdere tempo, subito un tiro azzeccato, incredibile. Dorlini intanto è Prez che si sta avvicinando pericolosamente al limite dell'area e il gol è il terzo gol, mentre era in 10 la formazione nerazzurra. Ecco che è andato al gol, marca dall'indietro per Rummenigge dovrebbe cercare di andare al tiro, ecco che l'effettua, colpisce il primo palo, il palo ha respinto.
A lot better than even most Rangers fans expected. We'll go for the jugular, said Jock Wallace, and so they did. Davy Mitchell giving them the lead only after 5 minutes. Alexandro Altobelli rather killed the tie 10 minutes later with a goal for Inter, and that left Rangers needing 5. Well, they got 2 of them, both from Ian Ferguson, and all that with the side missing Davy Cooper and Robert Russell. And that match probably the last that Irish internationalist John McClellan will play for Rangers. He flies to London tomorrow morning on a £275,000 transfer to Watford.
By Brazil. Well, there's a clear head and that's a goal. Ralph Callaghan. Here's Ferguson. Can't get the turn. Does there. Fraser. He's done it. The equaliser. One each, 5 minutes to go to half-time, and trouble. There's Rice. Oh, there's a superb pass. William with a great chance. He scores. Good run by the fullback. Ferguson and Bobby Russell. Here's Cooper. He scored. The equaliser by Cooper, 2-all. Now that was clinical finishing as well.
Cooper score. Fixed on by McPherson. Cammy Fraser shot, the deflection. And Rangers go in front. 6.5 minutes gone. A dream start for Rangers. Now wide for Simpson. Chance for Stark. Looking for McKimmie. Here's Willie Miller. Stark plays it through. There's Frank McDougall. And Aberdeen goes.
Expert at it. And then he comes and away it goes. Morton, what up? Take this practically on the half-time whistle. He calls it well. It's a beautiful goal. Ian Redford, the equaliser. Cooper taking his time about this. There's a call, yes. The second one, Redford. Rangers second, Redford second, and almost a replica of that first goal. 19. Mitchell. No offside, it's a great goal. Good goal by the fullback, Ali Dawson. Well won by Rangers.
In. There goes Craig Patterson. Led back in by McPherson. The header. The opening goal. Dave Mitchell makes it 1-0. It's missed by Dodds and McPherson. There goes Paul Sturrock. McKinnon's cross. Smith's in trouble. And Mitchell makes it 1-0. 21 minutes of the first half gone. Good pass from Bowman. Very good again. Sandy Clark's at the far post. There's John Robertson. Turned in by Clark, and Hearts are back on level terms.
That he would be disciplining the player, but just what form that would take would be a private matter between the club and the player. Fraser, who was bought from Dundee for £165,000 in the closed season, had been taking a fair bit of barracking until he scored, and it was then that he made a two-finger gesture to the crowd.
There is no offside. Can it be touched forward? Johnston, great save, and there's put away. And he saved it. McDonald to McMinn. This is a mistake. Cooper's got it with a chance to score. David Cooper gets the equaliser for Rangers that they so thoroughly deserve at this stage. One each with only 4 minutes left. And it's this time the Rangers supporters celebrating a scoreline that they've watched the side very... Ferguson gets away again. There's a shot. Oh, brilliant goal. Oh, superb. Curls away from goal. There's a header, is there. John McCormick, corner to Dundee. Was McCormick again, is there? That's the corner. There's a shot and it's there. Ferguson, the equaliser. If ever a man deserved that. Both sides into the penalty area, not really favouring the attacks at all. Rice. Well, that's a useful shot. It's gone in. 1-0. Rice, the scorer. Oh, I don't think he meant that, but it got to Dawson by a longish route. Touch there by Cooper. There's must be, yes. Here's Ferguson, the equaliser. 3 minutes from the half-time whistle was a free kick. Here he comes. And there's another chance, and it's cooked away, and it's there. The substitute, Harris, has scored.
Patterson has gone across. Weir's got the cross in, and Dave McPherson got it away. But it goes again, and Frank McDougall with a header, and Aberdeen are ahead. Breaking on the left, McDougall is through the middle, calling for the ball now. There's McDougall, and there's Aberdeen's second. McDougall coming short, trying to set it up for Billy Stark. Dawson did well, and he's very unhappy with the challenge from McKimmie. There's trouble here, and the referee will be... So what action will David Syme take? Dawson did very well indeed initially with a challenge on McKimmie. He felt that McKimmie had a late kick at him, and that's why he reacted so angrily, but he's ordered off. And that retaliation by Ali Dawson leads to the ordering off and sets up further misery for the Rangers camp. Now, what will happen to Stuart McKimmie? He certainly appeared to be guilty of a reckless challenge after Dawson won the ball, and he too is ordered off. And that appears... Good pass to Black. The perfect finish. Full control of the play. Derek George's header. There's Simpson. Turned in by McDougall. And a short one to Pritz. The deflection, and the ball's in the net. Rangers have pulled one back. And Robert Pritz, but Tommy McQueen.
The distant horizon firstly.
Well, I doubt very much if Val d'Isère in the Alps could look more attractive, and I'm sure there's some excellent skiing up there, but we'd like to show you now the nursery slopes, or what is more commonly known as Kefalo Park, down here at Greenock, and that is a surface the players will have to play on, and even yet, seconds before kickoff, they're still throwing sand on what I think is an almost impossible surface. There is hard snow, there is also that sand I was talking about, but unfortunately, ridges of ice underneath. But the ground has been declared playable. And there's a man who was charged with the responsibility, Kenny Hope. It's never easy to please everyone. Looked away there by Doherty. Robert Pritz going forward. There's a longish shot. It's a great goal. 1-0 for Rangers. 3 minutes gone. And that was travelling with such ferocity that I think it simply swept through the goalkeeper's arms. See just in a moment whether that's a corner or a throw. It is a corner. McCoy's trotting back, playing behind the two front runners. David McPherson is up. John McDonald, number 2. Well, Doak. There's a header to goal. Dougie Robertson, 2-1. Cooper. Good ball, McPherson. 3-1. The big man who caused the second goal gets the third. 30. That. McPherson wins that. Over the big man.
That must be a great save by Walker. That's set though. Clinging. Tom Sullivan with it. The header is on, that's the equalizer. Dougie Robertson. Duffy. Oh, McDonald given a great chance. Must be, yes. Mitchell finishes it off. 1-0. Here's Mitchell. Shakes his defender that time. McDonald gets a chance. Fraser. 2-0. Almost as if it's all over and done. It's not. Oh! That ought to have gone in. There's another chance. It does this time. Tom Sullivan. Cooper again. McDonald. That's it. By Derek Johnson. Now Monroe. Next into Cooper. A great chance and he can't put it away. Derek Johnson can't put it in. Fraser, and what a chance missed. Certainly the best chance of the game so far. That's the header, is just over.
Chance for Dundee, and John Brown makes it 1-0.
Ronnie McDonald was up for it. Watson fires and the shot is there. It's about where he places that ball. That's a header down. Mackay try the chip. Away by Dawson. Hesitancy in the Rangers defence. Mackay with it. That's the second one. 15 minutes ago. Looking camera. Good run forward there by McKinney. That's it. Cowan. Cooper. Willie Miller. That's the far post one again. Still in play. And it's put round its in. Yes. That's the second one. 2-0 for Aberdeen. Right on the half-time whistle by a watch. It's now injury time. Ooh. What a chance. Ferguson. Nicely forward, there's Pritt. Good run by Pritt, he scores. That was a beautiful goal by Pritt. The ball chipped through by Ferguson. Now the little Swede had to take off for goal. It was going to be a difficult chance, but look at the skill and control in that. Right up to the top corner. McPherson's very short with it. Paul Sturrock, he scored. 1-0. There's Clark. 2-0. Inside it goes to Durant. There's a chance for McCoist, and he scored. Rangers are